The battle against the Void has been the most cinematic battle that we've had in Helldivers 2 history. And yes, I say this felt more cinematic than the battle against Cyberstan, than the battle on Oceune, and even the battle on Malevelon Creek. And that's not because it felt more difficult. The biggest issue that I've had with Helldivers for the longest time was that they felt like making things more difficult, throwing more things at you, is what makes the game more fun. No. Here, you experienced what a galactic war actually feels like. The addition of the Seasse has been the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It adds a level of peak to the game that I haven't felt in a long time. There's just something about watching not just you and your squad, but other blueberries pitching in to help the fight against the Illuminate threat that just makes it so much better. If you just spectate the Seasse on their own, you'll get your own little mini storylines of battles that are going on in your head, seeing Seasse get taken out, other Seasse stem them, other Seasse help them out. It's just amazing. Don't get me wrong, sometimes they tend to misfire and hit you and it does get annoying, but when you're fighting with the blueberries and with your brothers in arms, it just adds that much more to the replayability of the game. Each operation felt like its own little mini battle in a bigger war, and it has been amazing all the way through. Not only that, the battle pacing was amazing as well. There was always something going on. It's really rare that you got these little pockets of peace, and what's perfect about it is when you get those moments of peace, you tend to appreciate them more, because guys, it got crazy on Seasse. Not just on Seasse, any planet within the Void, it got insane. So when things got quiet, you tend to appreciate it more, and it also taught a lot of people sometimes it's not good to just engage all of the time. It taught us a sense of, you know, what's important in the moment. Sometimes we got to be a little quiet to get to this next area where there's no Illuminate around. But not only that, this new update brought a little bit of mystery and horror back to Helldivers 2. The Crushers and the Wretches were such an amazing addition, especially with the possible lore that the Crushers have, which is downright horrific. But overall, I'd say that this update is definitely going to go down as one of the best. So when talking about the Battle of Seasse itself, it had so many twists and turns. I remember me and my squad even doubted the fact that we would even have enough time to liberate this. This major order went up 6 days ago, and once we hit the 4-day mark, we still had 5 days before we can liberate the planet. But then we had an opportunity, a strategic opportunity, and it was very simple in Arrowhead's eyes, which was we had to extract with 1.5 million samples on Kelper 390. We also had to terminate 25 million Volt Snatchers on Hydrobius and complete 50,000 operations on UVP Beta. And because of things that have happened in the past, especially when it came to Cyberstan, I didn't think we were going to do this, to be honest. But guess what? That day we dived for 9 hours straight, leading to one of the longest streams that I have had in a very long time. And guess what? We smashed the strategic opportunity, therefore giving us the turnaround we needed to go against the Illuminate and take back Seasse, therefore pushing back the Void in its entirety. Throughout this time, the Void kept expanding and expanding, the Illuminate throwing everything they had on us, but guess what? It was all for naught. And within 48 hours, we got Seasse back and pushed the Void into it being a non-existent. That is something that I think everyone in the Helldivers community has to be proud of. I know during this time there were still people bug diving, still people bot diving, but guess what? We had enough, more than enough people to take care of the Illuminate front, and that is exactly what we did. So good job, Helldivers. So while we won the battle for Seasse and we pushed back the Void and the major orders won, I know a lot of Helldivers are feeling a sense of achievement, and now they're taking PTO days that are well deserved. But for me, it just feels off a little bit, because we still haven't heard anything about the DSS or Calypso's disappearance. If you guys haven't known, while we were trying to take back Seasse and pushing back the Void in its entirety, Calypso disappeared and the DSS has been making unscheduled FTL jumps. Now, let me just try and go in the timeline. This started happening 4 days ago, where there were writings on the wall within the DSS with Calypso on it. Then the DSS takes an unauthorized jump to Calypso itself. Then Calypso disappears in its entirety, which is just very, very weird. In my opinion, that's not something that I believe has happened before. So after this, the DSS ended up docking in a foyer bay, which is, you know, where it usually goes to go under maintenance and everything. But the issue that I'm having is that this is right in front of the Illuminate front. And there has been rumors of weird knockings and everything of the sort. So it just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, we can celebrate this win of getting Seasse back and celebrate the win against the Illuminate front and pushing the Void back. But I would say be ready, Helldivers, for another battle, that is yet to come. Be prepared, stay vigilant. Ever since the major order has been won, we haven't heard any updates about the DSS. We haven't heard any updates about Calypso's whereabouts and everything else that has been happening around this new Void update. But I'm very excited because, again, this brings us horror to Helldivers. You see, I love Helldivers for what it is, but I really felt like it needed this edge, this sense of uncertainty. But this win over the major order also gives us what we need to feel indestructible as an army. See, we are Helldivers. This was an impossible task and we still pulled through. But again, I want to say to stay prepared and stay ready. With the liberation of Seasse and with this major order being absolutely smashed, now the question is, what is going to happen in the next coming days within Helldivers? We haven't received a new major order as of yet. We haven't received any updates for what's going on with Calypso or with what's going on with the DSS. Actually, as of right now, we just received a brand new major order today, which is to liberate the designated enemy planets, which are highly likely to be harboring the dissidents responsible for sabotaging the TCS, and we have to liberate Gakrux, Garharan, and Luxuriant in 5 days, but still nothing on the DSS and Calypso or anything that has to do with retaliation from the Illuminate. So now it's all left up in the air. But what do you guys think will happen next? Is this going to follow the events of Dead Space? I don't know much about Dead Space, so maybe you guys can educate me on what that even means. But anyways, let me know down in the comment section below. And if you guys want to dive with us, make sure you guys join in and tune into the streams. You could click the link in the bio. I stream mostly on Twitch from 6 p.m. EST to 10 p.m. EST, and also join our community Discord where you guys will know what I'm streaming and when I'm streaming it. And again, Helldivers, amazing with a job well done. I'll see you guys next time. Stay vigilant, stay aware, and I'll see you guys real soon. For democracy, for Mandalore. See you guys real soon.
I don't hear nothing.
I heard it. I heard it.
I heard it. Yes. I heard like 2 times.
You gotta listen. Listen with your ass clenching.